George, you know the Magic Johnson name adds value to everything. The green room, check it out. The buffet, looking good, George. And check out your suit, brother. Check it out. Woo!
Inspected by Magic Johnson. What the?
See what I tell you. Oh.
You too? Well, either way, we got a nice show because it's a good night. We follow Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns. Good show.
Actually, George, it's Magic Johnson's Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns.
And it's the ultimate, George. Oh, yeah.
Over the last 5 seasons of Grey's Anatomy, our next guest lived in a basement, danced in her underwear, got married in Las Vegas, shared a girl-on-girl kiss, and slept with at least 4 of her co-workers, which makes up for having no dental coverage. Please welcome Sara Ramirez. Now, I will say this. I've seen a lot of exotic Latinas, and when I know your history and when I think of you, I don't really can't put a finger on where you're from. Where are you from originally?
Oh, I was born in Mazatlan, Mexico. But I grew up in San Diego, California.
Did you grow up or did you migrate?
I don't want to say, I don't want to get in trouble. No, I was born, you know, with dual citizenship, so it's fine. But, yeah, no, so I moved to San Diego when I was 8, and I grew up there. And, you know, I mean, it wasn't that much of a culture shock. You can still get tacos in San Diego. You know, it's like kind of all the same, really.
So do you still visit Mexico? You still go back to Mexico?
Yeah, you know, every now and then visiting family. Sometimes, you know, when I was younger, my mom used to take me into Tijuana to go, you know, do some family business and stuff like that. And I loved it. You know, I always felt like, I always call it purgatory because it's like not heaven, it's not hell, it's like somewhere in between. It's like, it's not Mexico, it's not the US, it's like, oh, you know, you gotta get back in line. You gotta get back in line real soon.
now, the business, what kind of upholstery or what kind of business was it?
I don't want to say, it's a secret.
What was your
pastries?
What was your favorite thing to buy in line on the way out of Tijuana?
I know, right? Chicles. It was always like the food or like the pico. Remember, it comes in a little bag and it's like salt and sugar and it's red.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of spicy.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I love that stuff.
Okay, so having dual citizenship, and then you go to New York, but you go to Juilliard, which is it's very prestigious.
Yes.
How does that happen?
I auditioned and then I got in. I don't know. But yeah, no, it's great. I mean, it's what you make of it. And yeah, I moved to New York when I was like 17 and it was wonderful. And Juilliard kind of, you know, they accept a lot of people from all over the country, but also all over the world. And so it's kind of a mishmash of cultures. And I had a great experience there. I mean, some would say I was a bit of a golden child. I got really great roles and kind of pissed some people off in my class, but that's okay. I mean, I got cast as like, you know, the lead whore. And it was very upsetting for them. But what was really great was I was the lead whore who sang.
Right.
So, you know, they appreciated the fact that I could sing, so that was nice. And I was pretty much drunk the whole year, so, you know, the whole first year, I don't really remember a thing. Hell, I was like far away from my parents. I was like, woo, freedom, I can do whatever I want.
Wait a minute,
you know?
a Latina who wasn't 21 and started drinking? When does that happen?
Okay, great. I'm gonna get a phone call about that.
Now, where did you stay? Did you stay, were there dorms, or how did you find living?
Well, the first 2, they offer you dorms while you're there the whole 4 years, but I chose to move out after the 2nd year. And, you know, I went looking through the Village Voice, which is like this newspaper in New York, and it's for free, and so you look it up kind of like Craigslist, old school Craigslist. And so I found a couple of places, and I moved out. I moved in with this one woman who, you know, I kind of checked out her place, and it was huge, and it was beautiful, and I had a room in her apartment, and, you know, then one day my computer went missing, and then I started looking around her place, and I found that there were other roommates, and we were like, oh, hi, who are you? and we had never met before. She had like 5 or 6 of us staying at her place, and then we like tried to get into her bedroom, and it turns out she was a hoarder, which is, you know, a disease and that whole thing. But it was kind of scary. It was kind of scary. So that was the first place that I moved to after the dorms, and then I moved in with this couple. And that was kind of frightening. They had like a bathroom in the kitchen, and it was all just kind of very close. And I had my own bedroom, always a bedroom in someone's apartment.
Yeah.
And like one night at like 3 in the morning, I was like, shh, shh, shh. And I hear like, can I come in? And it was the wife. And she was hysterical crying, and I was like sleepy, had to be in class in the morning, and I opened the door and she's like, can I sleep with you? Because I just don't want to deal with him. And I was like, whatever. So she like came in, and you know, she's like sleeping in the bed, and I was just like, I got out of there very, very quickly.
So she like snuggled with you?
It was, no, she didn't snuggle. She didn't snuggle. I wasn't, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, she was in the bed, and it was kind of sad, man.
No,
Let's talk about something else.
I get it. Okay, so Grey's Anatomy is 5 seasons already, right?
Yeah, 6.
6 seasons. Now, 6. And it's been a huge hit since the first episode. So congratulations, yes.
Thank you.
How does that come apart along, like to get apart like that? Where did they see
Okay,
you?
well, so I was in New York, and I was in this show called Spamalot, this musical based on Monty Python's The Holy Grail. And so we got a lot of exposure, and one of the networks that showed up to see the show was ABC, and they said, hey, you know, we would love to work with you. How about an 8-episode arc? And as an actor, it's like really unknown to have that kind of presented to you. And I was like, absolutely. So they said, we'll send you some DVDs of the shows that we have, you know, coming out, and some shows that are already on the air, and you let us know. So I loved Grey's Anatomy. I was a huge fan already. And so I said, you know, I watched all the DVDs, and I said, you know, Grey's Anatomy is my favorite. And so they said, all right, so we'll fly Shonda Rhimes out, who's the creator of Grey's Anatomy. And so she came out to see Spamalot, and then the next morning we had breakfast. And she was like, yeah, let's work together. You're going to be George's new love interest. And that's kind of how it went down.
But you weren't just in Spamalot. You won a Tony Award, so congratulations. Don't play it down. She won a Tony Award.
Thanks, George.
I have a list. I have a list of some of the shows that you were offered at that time. You were offered Desperate Housewives, and you turned that down. You were offered Boston Legal, also at ABC at that time, turned it down. You were offered Alias, you turned it down. You were offered Lost, turned it down. Also offered this show, turned it down.
Oh, did you have a show? That's cute, George.
It was very cute for the second that it was on there. So you went McSteamy versus McBeanie. I get it.
Oh my God.
So what is happening at Seattle Grace this season? I'm gonna keep these two.
Seattle Grace this season, what's gonna happen? Blood, guts, and sex.
Yes. Big
A
finale.
lot of sex.
Yeah, no. Big explosive finale.
Yeah, the finale was ridiculous.
So they
I mean,
have to
I forgot I
resolve
was
that.
in it. I was like on the edge of my seat. It was like watching a movie. I mean, we got a lot of great feedback. People were really frightened by the whole thing, kind of traumatized.
Speaking of traumatized, what's going on with Patrick Dempsey's hair, man? I mean, that's like
I know, he should have his own spin-off, right?
I think it's ready to get its own show.
Yeah, he always says, because I'm worth it. He's always on set being like, because I'm worth it. One day he tried to take my picture, and I said, you take my picture, I'm gonna with your hair. And he was like...
Okay, so explain. I want to get this out. You have a benefit in New York that's coming up. Will you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, the foundation is called the Al D. Rodriguez Liver Foundation, and you can look it up on www.aldrodriguezliverfoundation.com. I started it for my best friend who passed away from liver cancer a few years ago, and we're going to have the event this October 4th. I'm going to be performing. I'm going to be singing, and you can look up the event. It's called Broadway Takes the Runway, so it's BroadwayTakesTheRunway.com. And we would love for everybody to come out and join us and celebrate.
You are a lovely young woman. You're a talented actress. And I'm proud that you are Latina.
Thank you.
As a Latina.
Thank you.
Grey's Anatomy airs Thursday nights, 9 o'clock on ABC. Sara Ramirez, everybody. Tony Award winner. Far East Movement. When we come back. By way of sending, Sara, will you come back and sing before we introduce Far East Movement?
I would love to. I would love to. I'm going to have a new album at some point, so
I would love
to.
Beautiful. Let's get to this, will you?
All right. They are the first Asian American group to land on the Billboard Hot 100 with their hit Like a G6, which also hit #1 on iTunes, making their TV debut on Lopez tonight. Give it up for Far East Movement!
How about that? Badass! Far East Movement! The UCD Free Wired is out October 12th. Let me thank my guests, Irvin Magic Johnson, Sara Ramirez, Far East Movement. You have just seen the baddest late night talk show on TV. Good night!